What's going on, everyone? Today is Friday, and right now I'm just hanging out in the STI. I'm actually getting ready to back it out of the garage. I'm going to do a once over on it real quick and just see if I see anything out of the ordinary or that shouldn't be going on. And if that goes well, then we're going to go take it over to Sheetz. It has about a half tank of gas, a little over right now, but I do want to put some gas in it just as an excuse to take it somewhere that's not super far down the road from me. So let's go ahead and see what happens with that. Thinking this thing makes a lot of noises, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's not dripping anything, it's not leaking anything, so I think we're on a good start here. See if it goes over the seat. I kind of think it sounds like it has a miss. But the check engine light is not on yet, so we're gonna go see if we can make it come on. I don't really know where to set you guys at, so I guess I'll set you there for a moment. Safety first. Something ain't right here. Yeah, something ain't right here. Sounds like it's still getting too much air or something. One sec. Alright, there's definitely still something going on with this thing. I don't know what the hell it is. It feels to me like the cams are sticking again, like it was doing before it blew up. I'm not going to Sheetz no more. Yeah, listen to this thing. Sounds like hammered shit. I don't understand it. It's fucking running lean as shit, like for no reason. Look at that. Look at the gauge. Alright, now it's going to run fine again. I don't understand what's going on here. The AFR is all over the place. I don't know. Weird stuff here. We'll see. I'll be back with you guys in a minute. So I'm just kind of hoping that it clears up. It hasn't thrown a check engine light yet, so I'm super confused as to what's going on, because I feel like if the cams were sticking like they were before, sticking retarded or sticking advanced, I feel like it would be throwing a check engine light, because it did the last time. So the only other thing that's making any sense to me here is that it could still have a vacuum leak somewhere, but I don't see any hoses laying anywhere, and I don't have access to a smoke machine at the moment. But I mean, low speed cruising, it does okay. The AFR is where it's supposed to be, or not really supposed to be, but around a good spot for just cruising. We're doing so good. We're doing good so far on like temperature and everything as far as that goes. It is definitely running a little fucking weird. Not sure what's going on there. If I don't keep it above like 2,500 RPM, it doesn't really want to move correctly. But first drive, it's doing okay. I will give it that. All right, it's a little hard to see at the moment because it is dark out. I did take the car out on a pretty decent drive, and it did okay. No really like major leaks or anything. Couple little things that I got to deal with, like right now I'll show you. The check engine light did come on, so I'm going to go ahead and hook my scan tool up to it real quick and see what kind of light we're dealing with here. But as far as running goes, it does run and I can drive it, so I'm going to continue to drive it until something happens, as long as the check engine light is not anything major. So we're gonna find out what that's going on about. I will be right back with you guys as soon as I grab my scan tool. Just hang in there. Okay, so I do have unfortunate news. Although the car does run and I did drive the car, it did come back with a check engine light for a P0021 code. And if you're not familiar with that, that code specifically for this car means that my bank 2 intake cam is over functioning or over advanced. So that could be a number of things. I could have done the timing wrong, which I don't think is the case. I verified the timing. Every mark was correct. However, I'm not rolling it out. It could also be the solenoid, which I already went and pulled out, and I don't see anything wrong with it. I am going to test it by hooking 12 volts to it, because that's how these solenoids work. Basically, if you just hook 12 volts to them, polarity doesn't matter, and you hook 12 volts to them, they should in and out, you know, whatever the case may be. And that's basically what your car does while this is running, you know. So solenoid's good. I am at the point now where I believe that it is a wiring issue, and the reason that I think that is because I did have this code before I rebuilt this car, and I have not been able to get it to go away. So this engine currently, after being rebuilt, has brand new cam gears on both the intake cams, both sides, bank 1 and bank 2, and I do have both good working solenoids. I verified that before I put the engine in the car, because I did not want this issue to come about, because I had a hell of a time trying to diagnose it before. And I actually did not diagnose it, and in which inevitably that's what blew the engine up, was the fact that the cams were over advanced. So now I'm dealing with it again, and I am stuck in a situation where I'm not 100% sure which direction to turn at the moment. So I'm trying to find a good diagnosing tree so that I can work my way through the steps of completing that and hopefully be able to diagnose that. So that might be in another video. It's gonna be in another video, but until further notice, STI is back in the garage for like the 19th fucking time. This, if you want to build Subarus, don't build Subarus. You know what you should build? Turbo Hondas or Turbo Fox bodies. Those are cool too. But as far as the Subaru goes, just stay away from them, because all they're gonna do is steal all of your money and give you lots of stress and hurt your feelings and make you sad and make you want to cry. So if I were to give you any piece of advice after watching this video, do not build a Subaru. I mean, they're cool, but they're not. You know what I mean? They're cool in the sense of they handle really well because of the all-wheel drive system, and they do feel planted to the road. However, that doesn't really do you much good whenever the cars don't fucking run because they have a junk-ass EJ engine in them. Now, I will say the new FAs are a little better, just a little better. They're not great. They still have their issues, but they are a little better. And I don't know, maybe Subaru is doing something good with those engines, but the old EJs, maybe I should have just bought an IAG block. I don't have $7,000 for a new engine right at the moment, so that's why I built it myself. And it works. It does. It works for the most part. Like I said, still have issues, but I never thought that I would be doing this and documenting my creations or whatever you may have it, and just, I don't know, it's really cool for me. So thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for watching my videos, and just thank you for everything. It's awesome. I'm glad to be doing this.
Ratios are crazy. They're all
I could think to do at the moment was I do have a good crankshaft position set, well, camshaft position sensor, a known good one. It's not a new one, it's just a known good one out of another car, and I did put that in there for now. So as of right now, I'm just driving around to see if the check engine light is going to come back on, and see if this thing smokes at all, does any kind of weird stuff. Right now it doesn't look like it's smoking, so I think we're good on leaks as far as that goes. I tried to figure them all out last night, but yeah, so I guess that's what we're doing in today's video, is just cruising around and seeing if this check engine light comes back on. We're actually headed over to my buddy Jerry's right now, and we're gonna see what he's getting into today, because I don't really know what else to do. But for now, enjoy the sweet sound of a boxer. Lowered life hits everything. Everything catches everything. But runs good so far. I'm sure there will be more issues along the way. This thing is, holy fuck. This road's very, very bumpy. Usually taking this road in either my Civic or my Jeep, and my Civic is my work beater, so it's pretty much stock. It's just on like 19-inch SSR wheels, but it rides better than this does. So now it's been so long since I drove a lowered car, I gotta relearn how to do it. So bear with me, but we'll catch up back with you guys in just a couple minutes. So we'll see you in a minute. All right, so I just left Jerry's house, and we took it on a drive before because it did have a slight oil leak coming from the turbo line again. So I don't know what's going on there. Probably gonna need to get some thread sealant for it. Anyways, took it on a drive, and check engine light did come back on. I'm getting a P0021 code for the camshaft bank 2 over advanced again. So was not the cam position sensor, which I kind of had a feeling it wasn't. I'm really thinking that it's gonna be the cams plugged up. That's the only thing that I can come up with here. So if I'm pulling the engine back out, we're putting bigger cams in this thing, and it's gonna run better. We will see what happens. Probably wouldn't be a good or bad idea for me to retorque the rods too, so oh well, I guess. My bad, someone was pulling off the road and I had to downshift. But yeah, so check engine light did come back on. I'm just trying to be real gentle with the car. We're gonna make it back home and do a little more digging, see what we can figure out with. So I guess there is definitely gonna be this diagnostic video, which this is probably gonna be in that diagnostic video, so I'm not really sure why I said that. But anyways, yeah, so we'll catch you guys in a minute, couple minutes, however long it is. We will be back in just a few moments, momentarily. Don't go anywhere, you're gonna wanna see this. I'm sure it's gonna be something stupid, but hang in there. With that being said, stay tuned. There will be more videos on this STI. Don't worry, it is not going anywhere, and it's gonna keep breaking. I'm sure of it. It's a Subaru. So thanks for watching, everybody. Tune in next time for some more bounce and boosted activity. Good night.